Hey guys, today we have some buy list submissions. I've got a trade right here that was mailed to me, and then also Alpal's picking up a pretty sizable collection from somebody from Canada locally. So we're going to dive in. We're also going to answer questions that were submitted by you guys either on Discord or on a YouTube community post we recently did, and I'll answer them.
Ooh, you're going the biggest one first.
Why not? All right, so this is the only printer, but that's okay. We got the PayPal email on there. They followed the instructions. Total looks like we're paying is $285 from Jesse. Shout out to Jesse. Our buy list is linked down below. You can check it out there. And we are adding things to it. So definitely, if you haven't looked at it in a while,
keep it bookmarked because it's being updated. We'll have
Yep.
a little note on when it's updated, and prices might go up too. So
they sure might. Definitely keep your eye on it. Okay, so ooh, all right.
oh, lots of Game Boy.
This is interesting. Yes, Game Boy. Whole bag full.
Let's lay some of these guys out.
Turok. Pokemon trading card game. That one definitely not the condition we're looking for. Some of these I actually don't understand what's going on here because a lot of these are not on the buy list. We'll continue looking. Maybe this is extra stuff or something.
Could be extras.
Could be extras. We got a Game Boy Advance. Looks like
I like this. There's mystery Target bag.
Yeah. Here's more here.
That's legit.
Okay. Yeah, it looked weird for a second.
Yeah, it did.
It does look good. Hyperload Runner. Yeah, definitely some random stuff.
Maybe there's another note further in or something like that.
Yeah, we'll keep digging in. NCAA Football 14, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I know those are on our buy list. Some of these others are not.
Sports games.
Yeah, I mean, some sports games are worth money.
So while you get the rest of this out, here's a question we didn't get to last time. This is from Retro Rewind, our boy Luke.
Let's go.
He says, is there anything you wished you had done differently when building the game barn? Four stories?
Yeah, honestly, a basement. That would have been like,
Yeah?
that would have been really smart. It wouldn't have added a ton of cost, but it would have changed the fundamentals of how the building is built, so that would have impacted it a little bit. But yeah, that would have been over 1,000 square feet of extra storage.
Yeah.
Which we could use.
Another 1,200.
We could definitely have used that. That would be the main thing. Other than that, like, I'm really happy. I'm content. Just bigger. I mean, like, we definitely have a restriction on things that we can do, but I also like having the restriction, so we don't just
Creativity thrives in a box.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, within these four walls we operate, and we got to figure out how to maximize within that.
Yeah.
And then pros and cons.
And then he also asked, you seem to get a lot of opportunities with the power of the ask, but how do you set yourself apart from the 10 other people that have asked for video games? Question of the year.
Yeah, I mean, Luke has good experience with this, but one of the main ways, and I still am refining this strategy, I need to get better, but just saying, like, if there's an example of something you recently paid a lot for, I think it would be great to, like, have a picture of that and say, I just paid $300 for this bundle right here, and I'm looking for stuff like this. I'm paying big money for the right stuff. If you have something like that, I can pay a bunch.
It's like the Michael Cash gold chain method.
Yes. He literally wears it around his neck and says, I just paid $400 for this, or whatever it is. Do you have anything like it? So to me, that's like, okay, building credibility, but also like, oh, my stuff could actually be worth money, where they might be assuming most people want to get all the games for $20. Or if you say I can pay $100 or more for an N64 with a few games, which that's a tactic that we use all the time, and a lot of times that does work, even if you're the third or fourth person to ask. But you know, there's many times when it doesn't too. You do got to find a way to stand out, though. Yeah, I'm still confused at what this is. There's a lot of games that are not on the buy list. There's some that are. There's a Game Boy SP. We are buying those, and then we've got some random manuals for GBA games, which we don't require. So we're going to have to look closer at this one.
Yeah.
I'll kind of break it. Where did that list go?
Throw it back in that box, or maybe he made a little note.
So there's not like a detailed list since he didn't have a regular printer. Mm-hmm. So we might just have to kind of reach out once we inspect everything.
Yeah, that's why we have you guys send your emails.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there is nothing we can do to reach back out.
Yeah, and a lot of these people just don't even message us. The directions are pretty clear. If you want to just send us stuff, you can. You just got to follow the directions and make sure you're good to go as far as that goes. If you do, we're good. We'll get you paid same day.
And we're going to actually update the list as well to show you guys the best way to ship.
Yes, which I do want to cover that real quick. So just an example, like sometimes people will just take a box to the post office and print the label there. That is not the best way to ship because they charge you a lot more. Whereas if you print on pirateship.com and buy your label with USPS Ground Advantage, you're going to save quite a lot of money buying it from them because they have the partnered rates. They get the cheapest possible rate. So definitely use pirateship.com.
Hashtag not a sponsor, but pretty pleased.
I wish they were because I love them.
You know who is a sponsor though?
Who?
XYAB.
Let's go. XYAB, shout out. $50 off your first order of 100 or more. We really like them. They're a video game supplier. If you don't know, they supply accessories, controllers, cords, cables. We use them almost every week in our business, certainly every month, just to get things that we need for maximizing profits. They want to partner with businesses, so if you are a business reselling video games, check them out. Okay. This one looks a little more straightforward. Look at that. NCAA basketball 10s. We got 5 of them.
That's simple.
I'm going to guess we're paying well for these. Let's see. Let's see what we're paying on these guys. It says $300 is what we're paying out for those 5, so $60 a piece.
Wow. Okay.
Blake Griffin on the cover, the last NCAA basketball 10. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, good. Sometimes you just find something on the list that makes sense for your business that you have things in stock of and send away. Okay, next package as Sky Guy finds another question.
This one was a little confusing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it looks like they arrived okay, but this was risky. Now, just for a note, if you're sending us stuff, this has writing on the label, it's got scratching on it, that's going to be a deduction. And then Mickey's Speedway, just a lot of wear on the label.
It's like lifting in that bottom right corner.
A lot going on. Yeah, so we do require that cartridges or consoles be cleaned and games be cleaned in order to get maximum value, just for a future note.
And then this is from Ken at Super KMX. He has a couple questions. Africa by Toto is clearly the best song in the world. Will you ban anyone that disagrees, or do I need to take the law into my own hands? He's a moderator for us, by the way.
Well, 16 people got banned from Whatnot the other day.
Are you serious?
I'm just kidding. We almost banned Alpal because he hates the song. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
And then he says, how do you like them apples?
Good movie. Good Will Hunting. Great film.
Then 3, how much wood do you think the average woodchuck would be able to chuck if, indeed, a woodchuck had the physical dexterity, limb strength, presence of mind, and the need to be able to, in fact, chuck wood?
That's a good question. It depends on your definition of 16 or 14.
Thank you, Ken. We love you. While you open up this one, what's been your favorite part of the reselling journey? What's made you the happiest, and what's the most rewarding to you?
My favorite part of the reselling journey is the fact that I play every single game that I buy. No, it's the community aspect of it. So, in the garage sale hunting, I pretty much never go by myself. Even before I had employees, it was pretty much always friends hanging with me, going with me. And then
Alpal and I would go out with you for fun.
Yeah,
on like days off.
100%. Many times you can look at season 1 and 2 of Chase After the Right Price garage sailing, and like Alpal was there, Brother Dave was there, you know, before being employed by me. So it's just always been fun. And then naturally, I love the fact that we all get to work together now, and that I get to hang out with a lot of you guys, like at conventions or through the Discord. We get to chat and do all these things. I love that part of it. This one was very straightforward. Episode 1 Racer, Smash 3DS, Nintendo Land, and Ratchet & Clank. Boom.
Okay.
And they look all in great condition. No problems there. Gotta love it. On to the next.
This is a ranch dressing box. Props to creativity on that.
Love that.
I'm curious what you use all your ranch for.
Okay, so this one we're paying $141 for.
I see Pokemon and
Pokemon Blue right on top, and then Wii stuff. We definitely buy a lot of Wii games because we do pay a good bit. And then a lot of Pokemon games as well. Same story. We pay a lot on those guys. And honestly, even if you're a full-time reseller, I think our list is worth checking out. Definitely try to find some things that could make sense for your business. A lot of these people submitting are that. They're people with businesses. So we definitely appreciate you guys. Pokemon Blue looks great. It's definitely meeting the standard there. And then Wii Sports is complete. Everything else looks really nice. So those are checking out, and just for those 5 games, $141 being paid to John. Thank you, John.
Sweet.
For that one.
Retro Game Rescue says, what's the biggest failure you've experienced in your business, and what did you learn from it? Check out Retro Game Rescue on Instagram, by the way.
My biggest failures, it was a recurring failure in the first many years of business in the sense of not making friends with competition and getting bitter at them. So once I shifted that mindset and started to get to know them, I found out a lot of the local guys that I didn't like before are actually pretty awesome. There's a couple that I just tried to get to know and it just didn't go anywhere. But in many, many cases, they end up benefiting my business in the long run. Michael Cash, Alfredo, Brad's Toy Barn, Brad, Juan from K-Zoo. And Juan was one I never had a disdain for him. Right away, I tried to get to know him,
Well, and because he came up to us. That was cool. We captured kind of all that on video.
Right, and now if he gets a great score, like he knows that I can pay up for a lot of things, so he'll sell stuff to me. And then, people in the Discord are just seeing community and people as like friends and potential business partners. It just changes the game. It changes the game. It makes you less salty, and it makes your business thrive a lot more than the opposing view. Okay, we got a Wii Sports. Another Wii Sports. New Super Mario Bros. NCAA Basketball 10.
I sense a theme.
Yep. And then, let's see, some random non-buy list items, which I assume they left a note on because they are in a separate stack. Looks like okay, so they must have emailed about these and we gave them rates because they noted on here what those were. So Alpal must have already worked that out because it is noted on the list. So for those watching and wondering, we are definitely still targeting like regular collections that are not part of the buy list. We just have curated smaller selection of items on the buy list that we're paying super, super high for.
Yeah, I mean, how many pending collections are just out there in the ether right now? Like 8?
We have 8. We have
Something
some that we're paying, close to 10 grand for. Some that we're paying a couple grand for. The one tomorrow is going to be $1,500. So we are buying quite a lot right now. So please reach out.
What is the one experience or pickup you didn't get on film but really wish you did? There's a lot we've got on film that hasn't seen video as well.
Right. There have been some crazy ones.
Dude, one that comes to mind is the brand new NES.
Yeah.
That never made it into a video.
Yeah, we got a brand new NES from somebody who was cleaning their grandma's house and found it wrapped with Christmas paper. And we were so sad that opening an NES in Christmas paper that was still brand new didn't get filmed, and they didn't seal those things. So there's and they kind of looked at it and made sure it was all in there and stuff. So that was one. When I got Star Wars mail-away toys that were worth like $1,500 that I got for $5 and had no idea what I found, that would have been a fun journey to document. Didn't get it on camera. Maybe I did. I got the aftermath of that on camera, but I didn't get the live find on camera, which always adds to the craziness of it all. Okay, this package is from Alex. Shout out to Alex. Looks like we got, let's see, some PS2, some PS1. Stuff we don't see as much. Oni, Maximo, Guitar Hero World Tour, and then Final Fantasy VIII. Everything is looking really clean so far. We're paying $165. Oh, some GameCube. All right. Love seeing GameCube.
Well, I opened that. Would it ever make sense for you to open a video game store and get into retail? This is from Alejandro RZ.
Alejandro, what's good? There's a world where it could make sense, but it is not something that interests me personally. We do have some people in Discord, like Jay Rook, Josh just opened a store in Arkansas. We have Alex, who has a store, Retro Game Rescue, in St. Louis. And there's some others that are considering or are in the process of opening stores. And they have varying reasons, but in almost every case, they've always dreamed of having a physical retail store. So for me, I've never really dreamed of that. I've really always enjoyed selling online. Having community through this channel kind of enables me to be able to get to know people without having a store. So if I didn't have that, I might be more likely to do it. But to me, it just adds costs, it adds challenges, it
You'd
adds
have to move
different
to
things.
like Detroit.
Yeah, like
Or
there
not.
might not be a lot of great places in my specific area, and I like being able to just, roll into work at noon every day, leave at 2.
It's the most efficient
Matt?
2-hour workday. Big Cheese Thrift says, how does the business plan to balance the cash flow of a buy list and potential external deals without shorting opportunities on each side? So meaning,
I don't know, Big Cheese, do you have any loans available?
Kidding.
It's a good question. We are trying to be pretty well diversified in our business, and selling on Amazon is one way. We also sell on Whatnot a lot, so we have the fast nickel model on Whatnot, keeping our cash flow high to be able to buy stuff like this. And then the slower dime is usually Amazon processing and cleaning consoles, making sure stuff like this is all being sent off to Amazon. That just takes a little bit more time since it's going to warehouses and fulfilled by Amazon and stuff like that. But yeah, Whatnot, I guess, is the answer. Like, we always have some inventory that's moving quick to keep cash flow strong. We've always moved at the speed of cash, never taken out debt to buy inventory ever in the business. And
let us know if
haven't
you
had
guys.
problems yet.
Yeah, let us know if you guys want a full breakdown of our Whatnot process. I actually have an idea for a video to where we can show kind of what we've done on Whatnot over the last couple of years, simply with a phone, and how
Cool.
the Whatnot
a good idea.
experience will be changing.
if you guys want that, we would love to make that video. So let us know. This is the record holder for today. This is $379 being paid out.
Whoa,
So we have
that's all this stuff, or
everything right here.
oh, that was the GameCube.
Yep, that was beautiful. I love that stuff. Pokemon Diamond was on top too. So a lot of Wii Sports Resorts. You got a couple Twilight Princesses, some 360 stuff with Minecraft, Forza Horizon 2, Guitar Hero, and then Michael Jackson The Experience for Wii.
Who's this from? They have a
This
card.
is from Mick Mitchell.
Oh,
Discord.
let's
Let's
go.
go.
The legend.
Mitchell.
Scan his QR code. Get yourself head code games.
And he's from Canada.
Yeah.
So shout out. The Legend of Zelda we're paying $13 for. Michael Jackson we're paying $14. Wii Sports Resort paying $25. Mario World $19. Gran Turismo 6 for PS3 $16. Guitar Hero 3 for PS3 $12. Forza Horizon 2 $16. And Minecraft $14. So that is the prices we're paying when he sent this package to us. Always make sure to check the most recent version of the buy list. That's it for the buy list. Now we got this trade, which I think is going to be very interesting. I'll show you what I'm trading. So this is what I'm trading for the contents of this package. Plus I think I'm giving like $300 on top. So what they sent is certainly more. But this is a Wii bundle with Wii Sports and then an N64 console.
Nice.
Which they needed, I think for their kids, looking for some retro gaming experiences. Dear CATRP crew, this is for an N64 and Wii deal I'm able to chase on Facebook. Oh yeah, he has boy-girl twins, which is awesome because I do too. Said this stuff in here has been sitting in boxes for 15 to 20 years. The football cards, on the other hand, were just pulled from packs. So yeah, said this is my first time shipping anything. So if you have any advice on what I can do better, let me know. Well, there you go, Trevor. We did mention earlier to use pirateship.com in the future. It'll probably save you some good money on your next labels. But you did a great job with packaging. My gosh, double box with cardboard on the sides,
Heck
the
yeah.
bottom, and the top. That is phenomenal. So I'm sure this stuff is arriving exactly as intended. Well done. The attention to detail there is beautiful.
Now, as you open up these, Dr. Dunn in the Discord says, I know it likely varies, but what do y'all believe is the minimal amount of time spent a week to make $2K a month in profit?
That is a big question.
There's a ton of factors. Are you selling
Ton of
cards? Are you
factors.
selling games? You could technically make $2K in profit off of 4 high-end items.
Depends on your level of connections. It depends on the way you do business with integrity, whether people can trust you and sell stuff to you frequently, because you can reduce the amount of time you put into it if you're at level 5 of sourcing, where people bring stuff to you, or even level 3 of sourcing locally, people bring their collections to you. People know that you buy stuff. They text you. They reach out when they get stuff. That significantly reduces your sourcing time so that you can focus more on selling. So that equation is radically changed by how easily and effectively you can get inventory. If you work on that end of the equation, and then you also focus on listing efficiently, on doing things daily, on scheduling things out, you can reduce your time pretty low to get to $2,000 profit a month. Even when we did a $10 eBay challenge on this channel last year, we got to $10,000 profit in 3 months, and Sky Guy and Brother Dave only put 10 hours a week into it. That was with a little bit of a team and whatever, but we just utilized eBay, a brand new store, and that was
still a total of 10 hours a week. So
total of 10 hours a week. So I would say it is 100% possible with 10 hours a week. But that does mean that you have to be sourcing efficiently, listing effectively.
So if we break down what 2,000 profit looks like, that's really anywhere, depending on your buy cost, maybe $6,000 to $8,000 in sales per month.
Right. Usually about a third of your selling on eBay in this type of category is going to be net profit if you're buying similar to the way that we do at garage sales and mixing it some other sourcing strategies, pawn shops, thrift
So
stores.
let's call it $6K a month in sales. That breaks it down to $1,500 a week, which means you need, roughly $200 in sales per day?
Yep. So yeah, you got to get there in sales, and if you can do that in 10 hours a week, you are killing it. So it might take a little bit longer to start, but hey, it is definitely possible.
Wow, the packing continues to amaze me here.
I'm sure everything is just absolutely fabulous.
Wait, what
with how
even
it
is it?
arrived.
Is it like retro? Is it?
Dude, I can't even remember. I think it's just a mixture of games and like sports cards and maybe some Pokemon cards. I think it's pretty good stuff though. So how about I get everything just kind of laid out and we'll look at it.
Yeah, this is all.
I mean, everything's packaged so well. Okay, we've got this stuff laid out, but before we get to that, Alpal did actually work this deal out through email, so that is like set. We still got to review things and make sure they're good, but they did work that out in advance. But the stuff here, there are some really good cards in here. There's a couple games, like a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Yellow.
Ooh,
It's nice.
What's the condition on that guy?
It's pretty clean yellow. Definitely like that. We will change that save battery with an XYAB battery, and we'll also put on the battery cover. Okay, just one of the many ways that they help out our business. And then just some regular NES games, nothing too crazy. Some PS2 games. Ribbit King, Matt's favorite game.
Probably the best of the bunch as well.
And random stuff. But the cards. Pokemon, it's all vintage. And actually, they're all like sleeved and top-loaded, which I love. Those are some big cards.
Dark Espeon.
That's Venusaur from Legendary Collection, actually. Dark Espeon, Hollow. Dark Charizard, non-hollow. Nidoqueen, the pre-release Dark Gyarados. Dark Raichu. And then I think it's a bunch of just cool vintage cards, no other hollows. But there are rares, like the Entei, Light Knight. Oh, I love those. Light Flareon is one of my favorite. That's such a cool card. It's a great set.
That's cool.
So all vintage, and then the biggest reason that I did the deal was for the sports cards, which
Really?
shout out to Chasing Cardboard.
You know the guys.
Yeah, Ty, I don't know why I blanked on that. Chasing Cardboard, great sports card channel, my favorite one if you're into sports cards. Ty and the boys are awesome. They actually came to the barn. If you didn't see us, we were in an episode with them. But Brock Purdy and Tua, there's an autograph. This one, that's like, I think either a $400 or $600 card. It's
Really?
a select white rookie, but it's actually numbered to 35.
Okay.
And it does look to be in perfect condition. So that card was a huge part of this deal. And then there's an autograph from Matt Stafford, who used to be a Detroit boy, so we are fans.
Funkadelic, baby.
Went and won a Super Bowl the very year that he left the Lions, which was, bittersweet, right?
Just remember, Jared Goff.
He did? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
In the regular season?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, Jared Goff was on the Rams and didn't win, and then we got
Yeah.
Okay. George Pickens, that's an auto patch rookie. Allen Robinson, A.T. Perry, a lot of autographs, and Sky Moore, Bryce Young, numbered. Jimmy Garoppolo, that's numbered to 10.
Wow.
Gold.
So why isn't that one worth $500-600?
The player on the card, brother.
Okay.
Jimmy G, he's kind of not much. Brock Purdy, 49ers Super Bowl runner-up. Young, exciting, and I think they're the favorites to win the Super Bowl this year, maybe?
What's the order of priority and what makes a card crazy valuable? Obviously, player, and then what comes after that?
Yeah, I mean,
If it's
rookie
an
cards
auto, if
is
it's,
all where it's at. But yeah, on-card autos are definitely a big thing if you can get that. And then cards that are actually truly scarce or limited, the ones that are big right now are like the Color Blast and the super short prints, which are like, a lot of those come one per case, which a case has like 10 boxes in it. So out of those 10 super expensive boxes, you only get one of that type of card. Those are the ones that tend to hold the most value. But again, I'm not like, I collect sports cards. I've been into them. That's what I started in reselling. I've shifted my focus, but I still have enough knowledge to do some damage in sports cards, just not an extensive amount. And then Pokemon cards, anything vintage made by Wizards of the Coast, 1999 to like 2003, way more likely to be worth money. But even 2004 to 2012 is way more likely to be worth money than the modern era. So that's that.
And then I have one final question. This is from Kel in the Discord. You guys are going to want to hear this one. He said, I've asked for quite some time for the boys. Toes. Why do you ignore my requests? I'm going to have to bleep all of that, aren't I? Oh my gosh.
The answer is no. Hey!
Okay.
Okay, Alpel needs to go buy a collection now.